We're going to talk about prime and composite numbers, 6th graders. Lesson 3.2. Now, for those of you that like science, which I love science, this is going to make sense to you. You're going to understand this. When you take let's say it's raining outside today, water is falling. Water is a molecule made up of two elements. Which two elements make water?
Hydrogen and oxygen.
Hydrogen and oxygen. Okay? When you put elements together in science, you fuse them together and you get a compound, like water, H2O. Okay? Right? You've learned that before. The elements make compounds, right? In math, the prime numbers make composite numbers. Prime numbers are like the elements. Composite numbers are like the compounds. Like the word, the prefix C-O-M-P. Okay? So prime numbers are the numbers that only have two factors. The only way you can make prime numbers is by multiplying 1 times whatever prime number you have. 17 is a prime number because the only way you can multiply to get 17 is 1 times 17. You can't do 2 times anything, or 3 times anything, or 4 times anything. But if you take a number like 10, the number 10, you can make 10 by multiplying 1 times 10, or you can do 2 times 5. And so, because you can use all of these, you can do more than 2. That's called a composite number. Okay? So, let's think about which are the prime numbers from 1 to 20. 1 is actually not a prime number because it only has 1 factor. So a prime number, look, has to have 2 factors. 2 numbers that make the number. 1, yeah, 2 is a prime number. 1 times 2. Is 3 a prime number?
Yes.
Yep, just 1 times 3 makes 3. 4? No, because 1 times 4 or 2 times 2. So that has 3 factors. How about 5? 5 is prime. 6?
No.
No. 1 times 6, 2 times 3. 7?
Yes.
7 is prime. Is 8 prime? No. 9?
Yeah.
10?
No.
11?
Yes.
Yes. 12?
No.
13?
Yes.
14?
No.
15?
No.
Nope. 1 times 15, 3 times 5, right? 16. No. You can 2 times 8 or 4 times 4, right?
Yep.
5, let's see, what are we on? 17.
Yes.
Yep. 18?
No.
19? 20?
No.
No. Do you understand?
Yes.
Prime and composite, right? So, one of the things that you'll be asked to do is to list the ingredients in a number. List the factors. And here's the best way to do this. I made a list for you, but I'm going to show you how I got that list. The best way to do this, so that you know that you get all the factors, is to write them this way. What times 1 is 32? 1 and 32, right? So write them this way, 1 and 32. This is the 2 biggest, that's the smallest and the biggest factor, right? So write it that way. Right now, make a list. 1 and 32. Now we're going to use those divisibility rules. Is 2 a factor?
Yes.
Yes, because it's even. So, comma, 2 times what?
16.
2 times 16. 2 times 16. Is 3 a factor?
No.
How do you know? Because 3 plus 2, add the digits, and that is 5. Does 3 go into 5? No, so 3 is not. 4, we know 4 is a factor. 4 and 8 are factors. Whoops. Oh, come on, stop doing that. 8. I hate computers. That's an 8. Okay? So 4 and 8. Now, once you get to 5 and 6 and 7, you know that you've got them all. Because you started with the highest and lowest, and then you work your way in, and you'll know that you have them all. Okay? So that's the best way to list the factors. What are perfect squares?
It's numbers that are squared, which is it by itself, and they equal something like 2
Right.
times 2 plus.
Right. For example, you might look at a number like 49 and think, well, wait a second. I think 49 is prime because 2 doesn't go into it, 3 doesn't go into it, 4 doesn't go into it, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. Those are all the rules that we learned about, right? But 7 goes into it. See, 7, listen, 49 is special because 49 is a perfect square of a prime number. And so when you are thinking about numbers like 49, and you go through your rules that you learned, you might miss 49 as being a composite number. Okay? What other ones on this list do you make by multiplying prime numbers? Are the perfect squares of prime numbers? What other ones on this list? Abby? 81 is made by 9 times 9. Right? So 9 isn't. Right? What else? 169. What's that the perfect square of? 13. Yes. 13 is prime. 13 times 13 is composite. But if you checked all these, you might think this is divisible by 3. But is it? No. Is it divisible by 9? No. Even though it has a 6 and a 9 in it, you'd have to remember that this is a perfect square of 13 in order to find that factor. What other one? There's one more.
There's 4, 9, 25, 121.
Okay, but these follow the rules that we learned. 121 is the only other one that doesn't follow the rules that we learned. Right? Because this one is, you're right, this one is, but it follows the rule because it's even. 25 ends in a 5, so we get that one. The other one is 121, 11 times 11. So remember 11 times 11, 169 is 13 times 13. Remember those, okay? So those are prime and composite numbers, okay? There's some more. 17, 289. 19, 361. So that might be helpful later on. Here's what I want you to do for tomorrow. On page 91, or Monday, I guess, yep. Page 91, I want you to go through and identify those numbers as being prime or composite or neither. When would something be neither? 1, because it only has one factor. Good. What other number?
2.
2 has 2 factors, 1 and 2. There's one other number, 0. Yep, good.